Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room back with another number one comic book review. This time it's Casey Jones. It's by Alex Pack Nadal Amanka Nahim Fun. It's in my own handwriting, and I tried to write it in all capitals so I could understand how to say it, but I'm gonna butcher that no matter what. The artist is a great artist, but I don't want to butcher their name so bad. But it's a Manke Na Hel Fan. That's my closest guess. I'm obviously not the best at understanding or saying names, and it's embarrassing, but it is what it is. We all have our shortcomings. The colors, and I apologize to the artist. Amanke Na. I just don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not familiar with what accents to put where. Colors Luis Antonio Delgado. Letter Darren Robinson. I really liked the first issue of Casey Jones. It seemed to represent the character and his personality perfectly in his relationships with the Turtles and April. There seems to be several storylines going on all at once in this issue. This issue tries to establish. The art was really well done. The colors felt right. There was a couple times the panels got a little fancy and weren't the easiest to follow for maybe a new reader. The backgrounds were done really well, and the city seemed alive, except a few times where the characters seemed to be isolated by themselves when you'd think there'd be others around. But it's easy to look past when the characters are done in a way that pulls all your focus anyway. I'm really looking forward to the next issue to see how the story's developed and in which direction the story goes overall. Like I said earlier, it's a good first issue, and honestly, it's a lot different than what I was expecting. But I'm kind of glad it was. I gave it a 7.75 out of 10. I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan, as I've discussed before. I've drawn a lot of Ninja Turtles for like commission work and stuff like that. And one day I'd love to draw a comic book of the Ninja Turtles, of course, and all the anamorphic characters. It's my favorite type of work to do. Really, I'm a cartoonist first that loves comic books, and I have a weird amalgamation style because of my love for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and DuckTales and Darkwing Duck and the Gargoyles. Of course, Batman the Animated Series, Beetlejuice. I tried to incorporate that whimsical style even into the most serious stuff I do. That's why my characters seem to be a little, even when it's realistic, they seem to have a softer, rounder edge for the cartoon style. It's how I try to put myself into my art. But not talking about my art. I'm talking about this great piece of art. If you're a Ninja Turtle fan, go pick it up. I'm sure you'll like it. For the styling and stuff like that seemed like a mix between the regular comic book series and The Last Ronin, which I guess everything's kind of being pulled towards The Last Ronin style because it was such a big hit. However, the characters are phenomenal. Like I said, there's several storylines that are being set up, which they all intrigue me, and I want to know more. There's a couple touching moments that were done really well, I felt, and done appropriately for the type of storytelling that it was trying to convey. But that's all I really got to say. If you want more number one comic book reviews or just to catch a drawing video later on, don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I make a new video. I try to make one every day, or if I can, sometimes 2 or 3, but sometimes due to my schedule, I have to go wrestle or do other things, so I'll miss a day or two. So the algorithm kind of forgets about me. Plus, I do so much different stuff. I don't think the algorithm really knows what to do with me, because I don't know what to do with me. I'm Dante's Game Room, and I talk about comic books, and I try to throw video games in there. Dante's Game Room was actually a store I owned, and so now I own MGT Entertainment, which is my current store. But anyway, like I said, great comic book. I recommend it highly. Go check it out if you're a Turtles fan. Even if you're not, give it a chance. You might like it. Dante's Game Room out. Bye-bye.